Hello and welcome to Newsroom series on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Bago, and today our focus is on the Northeast region. But first, here's our top stories. The number of students and staff abducted from the St. Mary's Catholic Private Primary and Secondary School, Papiri, has risen to 315. This new figure was confirmed by the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Kotangura, Johanna Bulus, to Channels Television correspondent Emperor Simon via telephone this morning. On whether the gunmen have made any contact with the church demanding ransom, Bishop Bulus explained no contact has been made. He also debunked reports that the bandits had demanded 3 billion naira. Meanwhile, Niger State Governor Umaru Bago has assured the people of Niger State of the state government's unwavering commitment to securing the safe return of students abducted from the St. Mary's Private Secondary School Papiri community in Agwara local government area. Addressing journalists today after an emergency meeting with service chiefs and key stakeholders at the government house in Minna, the state governor described the incident as unfortunate and deeply saddening, noting that the state woke up to the news that should never have happened. We're in Taraba State now, where the state government has ordered all secondary schools to immediately suspend their boarding operations. The move is in view of the rising security concerns across the country, especially in Kebbi and Niger states. All boarding students are now requested to attend as day scholars only. A press statement by the State Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Augustina Godwin, says the decision follows insecurity challenges in the country, where public and private secondary schools have become soft targets by hoodlums. Governor Umaru Fintiri of Adamawa State has reaffirmed his commitment to the peace and stability that is capable of attracting investments in that state. Well, the governor made this known during the handing over of the newly acquired made-in-Niger operational patrol vehicles to security outfits in the state. According to Governor Fintiri, the gesture is to boost the operations of security agencies in Adamawa, especially with the recent upsurge of security challenges confronting the country.
This is a handing over ceremony of operational vehicles to security agencies in Adamawa State as part of measures to support the efforts to tackle insecurity in the state. The ceremony, which is holding at Adamawa State Government House in Yobe, the state capital, is attended by security agencies and officials of the state government. Governor Umaru Fintiri explains that the gesture is aimed at tackling insecurity and creating the atmosphere for peace and progress in the state.
What we're going to do, we believe it will go a long way in securing our state, particularly with what the country is going through at the moment. We are crossroads, and we thank God Adamawa is better. That is not because we got it on a platter of gold.
In his response, on behalf of all the security agencies, the commander for the 23 Armored Brigade expresses gratitude to Governor Fintiri for his support, stressing that the gesture is timely.
The security agencies here, I want to, on behalf of all the security agencies, head of security agencies in our midst here, to graciously thank the governor for this wonderful allocation of all these patrol vehicles to all the security agencies in Adamawa State.
Governor Fintiri takes a drive in one of the vehicles before handing the keys to representatives of the security agencies in Adamawa State.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has supported more 250,000 children to access formal and non-formal basic education services, as well as nearly 1.2 million children between the ages of 6 and 59 months received 2 annual doses of vitamin A supplements in 2025 with UNICEF support. Mr. Joseph Senesier, officer in charge of Maiduguri Field Office, disclosed this during the commemoration of the 2025 World Children's Day Maiduguri, Borno State, with the theme, My Day, My Rights. According to him, children in the Northeast face grave odds against malnutrition, being out of school, gender-based violence, and other protection issues.
In UNICEF, we have different departments that cover the protection, cover health, cover education, cover even sanitation, and cover nutrition to ensure children are protected. We have reached around 2 million children just in Northeast Nigeria, reaching through different programs that will ensure children grow well and thrive well. And that's the mandate of UNICEF. And this is done, I want to give thanks to the state for allowing UNICEF to work with them, because we support the state, and also thank the partners who are there working with us, and even those who provide the resources, and the communities who have been standing with UNICEF right there at the forefront in the grassroots. The implementation is going well. Of course, we have, you mentioned earlier about challenges. There are challenges. We have security challenges. We have some community members who need to know more about it, and violation against children. That's what UNICEF is standing for, to ensure all the violations are not there, to ensure justice is done for children, to ensure children have their rights and they live in dignity and also supported.
A team of World Bank inspectors has carried out an on-the-spot assessment of World Bank-assisted projects executed by Gombe State government to weigh the scale and depth of impact of the projects on the livelihoods of people in Gombe State. During the community engagement and inspection tour of World Bank-assisted projects spread across the state, a high-level delegation of World Bank officials from Washington, D.C., headed by Chakib Jinan, says it has come to check the state's performances in 3 key projects.
Let's prioritize.
A delegation of World Bank officials from Washington, D.C. is on a community engagement and inspection tour of World Bank-assisted projects in Gombe State. Also on this inspection is the team lead for the Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscapes project and other state officials.
Is looking like this.
Their mission to Gombe State in northeast Nigeria is clearly cut out to see the projects firsthand and gauge their impact in transforming communities. Visibly elated women in Joro Abari community gave the delegation a warrior's welcome as they serenade the World Bank team with tailor-made songs for impacting their community.
Warm impression, excellent impression to see really both the incomes, but at the same time the preservation, conservation of the livelihoods that we see here, in terms of also the life that have been preserved from all the calamities that comes maybe from heavy rain.
For me, it's been an amazing day, seeing the various projects and how the projects work together and how they reinforce each other. At this project, I've been particularly impressed by some of the work that the women have done and how it's helped them create some economic activity, some income for their families, for their children, but also how it has empowered them.
From the contracting firm.
For the Commissioner for Water, Environment and Forest Resources, who coordinates the Acrosol project, the political will of the Inuwa Yahaya government is saving many communities and transforming lives.
Whenever monies are being assigned for anything, there should be some kind of supervision. And I want Nigeria to learn from this. It shouldn't be done by World Bank. We should be doing this ourselves. And I think all the credit should go to His Excellency, because it was his drive that God gave him the vision to really key into all these World Bank projects.
So there is that need for us to come up with an agency to sustain this kind of good work, and since we have already gotten the buy-in of the international donor partners, any subsequent donation that is coming to the state, this will be the ideal platform to implement in terms of land restoration.
So we really appreciate
Daniel David, a beneficiary of the project, narrates how it's been impacting his family for good.
So we are using the money, we are helping ourselves in our society, in our home. We buy food and pay our children's school fees. Like I said before, a person like me, without money, I use the money and I even change my children's school. Before they're schooling inside Malaina, but now they're schooling in St. James.
As the Gombe state government awaits formal report from the World Bank team of inspectors, other projects inspected include the Livestock Productivity Resilience Support Project (LPRES), as well as the Sustainable Urban and Rural Water Supply, Sanitation and Hygiene Program.
In Borno State, Governor Babagana Zulum has approved 1 billion naira for the immediate takeoff of the newly established Federal University of Agriculture and Entrepreneurship in Bama. Governor Zulum made the donation when he received the federal government's delegation from the Federal Ministry of Education on an assessment visit to the state.
Federal agencies that are here to actualize.
A federal government delegation is on an assessment visit to Borno State to ensure a smooth takeoff of the newly established Federal University of Agriculture and Entrepreneurship, BAMA. The institution was established after a bill sponsored by Senator Kaka Shehu, representing Borno Central, and was signed into law by the President on May 22, 2025.
What we saw is quite encouraging, and we can tell you, Your Excellency, that the institution has everything it needs to take on. So that is part of what we are here for, to assess the facilities. We know that, Your Excellency, a lot of work needs to be done there, but the zeal to start and the passion to put the right thing in the right place is what matters most. And your leadership has given us that.
Governor Babagana Zulum, who approved the College of Education Bama site and other plots of land for the tertiary institution, also approved the release of 1 billion naira for its immediate takeoff.
The Geographic Information System Bodies has to hand over all the land matters, land requirements to them before they leave. On our own site, we'll study the template that was given to us, and we shall fill it. Nonetheless, so government of Borno State is serious to see the take-up of this university, and therefore all the requirements shall be given. I don't want to wait for the time to come. I want to announce a donation of 1 billion naira for the take-up of the university.
Sponsor of the bill at the National Assembly, Senator Kaka Shehu, expresses gratitude to his colleagues at the Senate, the Presidency and the government of Borno State for actualizing the smooth takeoff.
To use this medium to thank the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Nigeria for assenting to the bill, and also my boss, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for standing by me throughout this period. I want to thank the Governor who advised me, guided me, and also supported me throughout the process of the bill, throughout the process of the lawmaking, as well as bringing the university into reality. This evening has demonstrated extraordinary commitment by giving funds and also making it possible for the team to visit Bama and also donate an existing school.
As part of the state government's collaboration, it also pledges to construct staff quarters and provide additional support to ensure the institution do not suffer much challenges at takeoff.
When we come back after the break, the Bauchi state government has signed an MOU to build a trailer park worth 3.4 billion naira. Join us again. Welcome back. We're in Bauchi, where the state government has signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, for the construction of over 3 billion naira trailer park in Azare town. During the signing ceremony at the government house in Bauchi, the secretary to the state government, Mr. Aminu Hamayo, revealed that the project is a public-private partnership with a concession period of up to 30 years.
Market and terminals. They are coming in here to develop the trailer park that we have in Azare in the first instance, at a cost of about 3.4 billion naira. Now we're also in discussions with them, and we hope to conclude on that discussion as quickly as possible for them to also develop another one here in Bauchi.
Now, the proposed trailer park will feature several modern facilities and technology-driven services, including accommodation and other amenities, designed to ease the operations and movement of truck drivers and transporters.
As those of you who are aware that Azare is one of the busiest truck routes between Kano and Maiduguri, and therefore it is part of the government's policy of stimulating the economy and hopefully the fallout from our economic drive to get investment in the state.
We have pioneered this sort of service with the ports in Lagos, where we ensure that all the trucks that are going into the ports are kept in truck parks that have been designated, and then they do not litter the roads, they do not litter the streets. Environmental and other impacts are minimized, and then you have order and organization in terms of traffic management involving these articulated vehicles. And we hope that it will be a catalyst for economic development in terms of transportation, logistics, cargo movement, agro-processing, and even revenue generation together with employment.
In Yobe, the state government, under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, has handed over the renovated Department of Public Administration of the State University after it was burnt down by fire. The commissioner of the ministry, Ahmed Abubakari, who inspected the project, also handed over the reconstructed former site of the 233 Battalion of the Nigerian Army structure in Damaturu for the training of forest guards.
The Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development and other officials of the ministry, alongside management of the Yobe State University, Damaturu, are here for the handing over of the renovated complex housing the Department of Public Administration. The department's offices and the lecture theatres, which were destroyed by fire, have been renovated, furnished, and are ready for use.
The reason why we're here today is to formally take over this facility, which is the Department of Public Administration, which was somewhere around last year, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, Honorable Malabuni, directed us to come and take inventory after fire outbreak kind of gutted this particular facility. So we came here and we took all the necessary inventory, and at a later stage it was contracted out to Adamawa Standard Vision. Alhamdulillah, here we are today. They have completed this particular facility. As we can all see, it is completed, and outside only just constructing this beautiful structure, they've also furnitured the entire building, ranging from offices to classrooms and other facilities.
And we're happy today to formally receive this new improved Department of Public Administration of Yobe State University. It is new and improved because if you walk in today, if you are not told, you will not be able to decipher that last year around this time, this edifice was a relic of what it is supposed to be because of the fire incident.
The team also proceeds to the former site of the 233 Battalion of the Nigerian Army alongside Patiskum Road, which was also reconstructed and remodeled for the training of forest guard recruits and other engagements of the military and paramilitary in the state. The security advisor to Governor Maimala Buni, Brigadier General Dahiru Abdul Salam, explained the renovation of the structure to ease some of the challenges faced, especially during recruitment exercises.
This facility will remain a training facility for forest guard, and hopefully, inshallah, because the Nigerian police is expanding, they want to also establish police colleges across the country, and Yobe State will be one of those areas. So this place may soon become a police college in the long run, just like we have in Maiduguri, so that whenever the police are recruited, they will be trained here.
The officials also inspect the reconstruction of a perimeter fence, as well as numerous other projects at the August 27 Stadium in Damaturu, the state capital, to boost sporting activities.
And Taraba State Governor Abu Kefas has described journalists as change makers whose role remain indispensable in shaping a progressive society. The governor stated this while declaring open a two-day national summit of the Niger Union of Journalists, NUJ, held in Jalingo, the state capital.
It's a gathering of journalists across Nigeria in Taraba State to chart a practical, actionable course to reclaim media integrity and public trust. The National Summit of the Nigeria Union of Journalists is revisiting the dissemination of fake news in the media space, especially with the proliferation of digital platforms.
This noble profession stands at a critical juncture. The proliferation of digital platforms, while a tool for rapid dissemination, has also become a breeding ground for fake news, deep fakes, and malicious propaganda. This toxic ecosystem is eroding public confidence, not just in the government, but tragically in the established media that work tirelessly to uphold the truth. We cannot have a functional democracy without a trustworthy fourth estate.
This media summit is indeed a pivotal moment in our optimum desire for an informed and engaged society. As journalists, we are the pillars upon which the edifice of democracy oscillates, and our role as products of coterie in shaping public opinion and holding those in power accountable cannot be overemphasized.
Countering misinformation and fake news is a constant battle in the media space, which poses a great threat to public trust. President of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Al-Hassan Yahya, is seeking stronger protection for practitioners, improved working conditions, and a legal framework that guarantees press freedom and their safety.
Accuracy must remain the heartbeat of journalism. Speed must never be overshadowed verification. Our newsroom must revive the discipline of fact-checking and embrace transparency in correcting errors. Ethical standards are not optional. They are fundamental to our credibility. Digital innovation has transformed media practice. As news breaks spread at unprecedented speed, journalists must deepen their digital literacy, from fact-checking and data analysis to multimedia storytelling.
Addressing the gathering, the Vice-Chancellor, Federal University, Kashere in Gombe State, a media professional, Professor Umar Pate, is of the view that media credibility and trust is declining for many reasons.
With the advent of the internet and the rise in information and communication technologies, remarkable achievements have been recorded in the media landscape. At the same time, we have also experienced profound challenges that are subversive to the legitimacy, credibility, as well as the quality and efficiency of what media organizations all over the world.
The governor of Taraba State, Abu Kefas, in his remarks called for enhanced partnership between the government and the media. He reiterates that journalists are not the enemies of state, but the bridge between leaders and the people, which strengthens democracy.
I call for a stronger partnership built on trust and mutual respect. A partnership where the media provides fair and balanced reportage. A partnership where government remains accessible, responsive, and accountable. And together we identify the real issues that matter to our people. So we'll become partners in progress.
He appealed to the NUJ to continue championing professionalism and ethical standards, as misinformation and hate narratives are capable of dividing the nation.
And with that, we draw the curtain on Newsroom series with a focus on Northeast region. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayo Tunde.